Okay, question 13 then. Part A. Rachel uses her car for work. Her company pays her 32 cents for every kilometre she travels by car. Yesterday, her company paid her $48 for the distance she travelled by car. Work out the distance she travelled by car yesterday. Right. So, her company pays her 32 cents. So this is American currency, obviously. 32 cents for every kilometre she travels. 32 cents. And yesterday her company paid her $48. Well, the problem is at the moment is that this is in cents and this is in dollars. So I would probably convert this to dollars. Okay, so this is 32 cents is, you would write that, wouldn't you, in dollars as 0.32. You know, there's 100 cents in a dollar, just as there are 100 pennies in a pound. So, okay. So now, if we find out how many of these go into this, then that should tell us how many kilometres, because this is how much she's paid for every kilometre. So if we find out how many of those go into $48, then that should tell us how many kilometres, shouldn't it? So we do 48. I'm going to do 48 divided by 0.32. Okay, and that gives me 150. So she's going 150 kilometres. Okay. Now we come on to the next bit. Okay. The length of the journey from her home to work is 72 kilometres. The journey takes 1 hour 20 minutes. Work out her average speed. Okay. Now, if you can't remember how to calculate speed, okay, you may well remember. You may have it lodged in there. If not, just look at the units. The units tell us everything we need to know. Okay. Kilometres, that's distance, isn't it? Okay, and hours is time. So that must mean that speed is distance divided, because the per, you can think of the slash there, the per as being divided by time. Speed is distance divided by time. You may have also remembered your formula triangle for this one, okay, which is that. So you could have used this. So speed is distance divided by time. Speed is distance divided by time. Okay. So let's have a look. Well, we've got the distance, which is 72 kilometres. So we can, that's 72. And the time is 1 hour 20 minutes. But there's a problem. Okay. A lot of people, they would put this in as 1.2. It is not 1.2. Okay, time is not decimal. The decimal number system is based on tens. Okay, the time is based on 60s, isn't it? 60, because there's 60 seconds in a minute and there's 60 minutes in an hour. So we have to convert this to a decimal number. Now it's obviously going to be 1 point something, isn't it? 1 point something. So we know it's going to be 1 point something. And the something is this 20 minutes. Now we have to think of this as a fraction of an hour. What is 20 minutes as a fraction of an hour? Well, it's 20 over 60, isn't it? Because there's 60 minutes in an hour. So 20 minutes must be 20 60ths. Okay. Now I can cancel this down and simplify this. If I divide by 10 first of all, then these will cancel, won't they? Yeah, the zeros will go. And then if I divide both of these by 2, I'm going to get 1 over 3, or a third. Okay, but it's still not decimal. This is a fraction, so we have to convert this now into a decimal. And if we put this into our calculator, so if you just use your fraction button, or you do 1 divided by 3, and then you press your SD button, you will find that that will give you 0.3 recurring. Okay, so that's what we need to put in here, the 0.3 recurring bit there. Okay, so 1 hour 20 minutes is the same as 1.3 recurring hours as a decimal number. Okay, now if I do that, I get 54. Okay, so this is 54 kilometers per hour. Okay, I think we'll leave that there. We'll go on to the next video.